another episode of People for Positive
Change. So the topic of today, before we start on the topic, I'd like to say thank you very much to all the new subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting us. Your support is highly appreciated by myself and Tiso. Hey?
Definitely. What you call this? 1.4 freaking views.
Whoa.
On YouTube.
I was like, what the hell?
That is
so yeah, the channel is growing like crazy, and we're loving it, and we're loving what we see out there. Definitely. And thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, you're just watching the videos, please press on that button and subscribe on this channel. Definitely. To get on it, we would like to talk about the traumatic or dramatic things or events that have been happening in Cape Town for the past week, there was a strike that was happening that drove the whole Cape Town to be in lockdown. Some were moving, some got to work, some were moving along with their lives, but others unfortunately didn't make it. Others are still at the hospital because they got injured. This thing was a thing.
Definitely. And do give us your thoughts on what you think about the strike, because your opinion actually matters. Definitely. What you probably think about the strike, it matters. How we could have done it, it matters. So give us answers, man. We don't have the answers. We're not trying to teach anybody here. We're just talking out of our own experiences. So share yours.
Totally. So Tiso, how did the strike affect you personally and professionally as well at your job?
Okay, cool. So while before the strike, let me tell you about before the strike and in between the strike, when I found out that the strike was happening, right? Before the strike, everything was going so normal, dude. It was so like going about my day and delivering to customers, doing my thing. Oh, and guess what? The battery of our truck dies out on us.
Yo.
Right?
In the middle of the road.
In the middle of the road.
Whoa.
Not in the middle. It's we at the customer. So when our driver tries to start the truck, it doesn't want to start. The battery's dead. It's dead. Okay. So we now call the people at office. We're like, hey man, we have this problem, blah blah blah. But everything is normal. We know nothing about any strike that is happening. Right? Finally, the boss of the place arrives, gives us 2 new batteries. And then he says to us, guys, do not drive at these certain areas. Namely, Philippi, Nyanga, Guguletu. Do not go to these areas. We're like, why?
What the hell?
What the hell is going on? He tells us that there's a strike going on, a taxi strike. In my head, I don't know anything about the taxi strike. I asked the guy next to me, the driver, do you know anything about the taxi strike? He's like, nope, we don't know anything about the taxi strike, right? But at the time that the batteries came in and everything, the truck started, it was way too late for us to continue with our journeys. And then we went straight to the truck dealer, right, to get it serviced, anything checked up on the truck if need be. And that was that. That was our day. End of the day, one of the trucks comes back, right, that are also doing deliveries. And at first, I don't see the condition of the truck, but when I actually look at the driver, I look at his face. He is not looking well. And then when I look at the truck in and of itself, actually come into present time, I'm right here, what is actually happening in front of me? The truck's windshield is smashed. Okay? The window on the left side, for the passenger side, is smashed. Both mirrors were smashed. Okay?
That's hectic.
And I asked them, guys, what the hell is going on? They tried to throw a petrol bomb right at our windscreen so that they could burn the truck. And this happened on the N2. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck just happened? Now it starts to hit me. Okay, so no, this is no jokes, right? Now it's going to start to play in my head as well. What about me? I'm also delivering. I was supposed to go to Atlantis on that day. If you go to Atlantis, you drive through Danun. Crazy shit was happening in Danun on that day. Okay, so if I went to Atlantis on that day, some crazy shit would have happened to me too. Right? Lucky we didn't go. because we had this battery problem. Universe. Crazy how it works, right? It's freaking crazy. And all of this is happening. I'm like, this thing is serious. What are these people fighting about?
Whoa.
Right? And then it hits me. Oh, you saw on the past week 7 taxis being impounded when you were going to Montague Gardens. What was that all about? And all of a sudden there's a taxi strike, right? So just to come to find out that there's actually a new law in our province or city, right? By the city. And it says if you drive without a license or you do some illegal shit on the road, your taxi will be impounded or your car will be impounded. Let's set the record straight. It was not only taxis that were being impounded. Ubers were impounded. Private cars were impounded. Okay, how do I know this? I was actually seeing it while it was happening. On that day when I was going to Montague Gardens, it was not only taxis that I saw being impounded.
It's crazy, guy.
It's crazy,
it's
dude. Like multiple vehicles.
When it started, I was coming from work. I actually heard it at work. That There's a strike, there's no taxis. I'm like, that's why the road was like quiet.
Yeah.
On that day, I didn't think was taking a taxi because I was going to arrive at work late.
Definitely.
So I just Ubered instantly. I went to work. It was a normal day for me. But when I got to work, everything was crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about the taxi strike and taxis not being on the road and they're striking and there's things happening out there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I was so not there in such a way that I didn't pay attention to what was being said.
Exactly.
But I heard it. Right?
And here's the thing about that as well. Like with these kind of events, look back at COVID, right?
Oh.
Now the taxi strike. These events tend to throw people off. Right? Like she said, she wasn't there. With me, what I was experiencing, I wasn't too much at work because I was worried about what was going to happen on the road. Like, so what does this thing have to do with me? What does it have to do with me when it happens? Why do I have to be involved in a freaking strike that you, like, are trying to fight for your taxi to come back home? No one told you to not pay your damn tickets.
But to be quite frankly, Tiso, I understand, right, the traumas and dramas around this thing.
Yeah.
Like the traffic fines are ridiculous.
They're ridiculous.
They are. But at the end of the day, we have
we
don't have control over that.
Yeah.
Why should our lives be endangered because of the traffic fines that are ridiculous?
Yeah.
Why should we worry? There was a story about a lady going to school to fetch her child and a car was like broken down and the child got injured. Right. It's not okay.
Yeah.
Like, why would you say doing such to another is okay?
Yeah.
What if that and it was not the taxi drivers, who were doing
these were actually random people. Oh my god.
Started with the owners, the strike.
With the owners, done.
So why are they like when you hit another or when you start this destruction out there, like
other people have to be involved.
Exactly. Like, why is my family endangered? Exactly. Why is my life endangered? Just because the traffic department's fees are very ridiculous. Yeah. Like, I don't understand that.
Exactly.
Like, I had a conversation with an Uber driver on this because when I Ubered from work to home.
Did you notice the prices of the Ubers?
The Ubers were not picking me up on my normal rates.
Bro.
They were ridiculous with their pricing. And I'm like, what is happening? Especially on the first day when it started.
When it started,
yeah.
The things were crazy on the first day. Like, I was like, what the hell is actually going on? Like,
but we went into fear.
We did.
To get up and go out of your house and try to make it to work.
And a lot of people
simply because of such destruction.
A lot of people actually.
My question around it was, I understand what's happening. I understand why the taxi owners are very fuming about this impounding rule and how much money do they have to pay to get their vehicles back. I understand such. Okay. But at the end of the day, I do not have control over that area or that situation. Why, in order for you to get an agreement from the taxi, from the traffic departments, for you to get an agreement and for you guys to agree at whatever you want to agree, why my life needs to be in danger for me, for you to be able to do that?
Yeah.
Why do you want to hurt me to get attention from the traffic? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
But now also again, like, I just want to pose a question now, based on the danger that arises and when people try to achieve their goals, right? Despite what is happening. Do you have to be affected by the thing mentally to the point where you're actually afraid to go to work? Or if you're not afraid to go to work, how do you even like alternate? Okay, cool. Today I'm gonna go to work, and I'm not gonna go the normal way. I'm probably gonna walk and try to dodge people, right? Just in case I can get to work. How does one get to that point of like their mentalities on that and get it done?
I'm completely honest. I felt like I was not living my life. I felt like I was in a movie or somehow.
I felt like I was in a movie.
Like, for me to always watch my back when I get out of an Uber going to work, it's not a normal day for me. I freaked out. And my parents made me freak out more because they were freaked out and they told me to stay at home. Now I need my job and I need to keep my job and I need to keep going.
Because you need the money.
We cannot survive. We cannot pay our bills by staying at home.
Exactly.
That's the problem. So I had to make an instant decision. Getting out here of my house, going to get inside the Uber was another mission that needed to be accomplished. It was so scary and so weird that when you get to work, your mind is not at work.
Yeah.
You're still assuming that you're still on the road and you need to run.
Exactly.
From who? From one of our people. Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I really, really did not understand the strike. I did not understand the handling of it.
I didn't understand.
It doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, we shouldn't use violence and destruction to get things done.
Yeah.
That's not the way, bro. Yeah, back
even
in the days.
In that case, like, using the violence, like, if you're gonna start something, keep it going. Now you're gonna start violence, people are gonna die, and then all of a sudden you stop the impounding, and
others took advantage
and
of
you're
the
like,
situation.
what the hell?
Others took advantage of the situation, and people started robbing Somalian shops.
Exactly.
What do they have to do with anything? Like, I don't understand this thing. I don't understand the concept behind the strike. It's confusing.
It was confusing.
Like, back in the days, like
how it started.
We did history at school, right? When they were protesting, they wouldn't kill and burn people. They wouldn't smash people's cars. They were not attacking each other. But this is the situation now. They would literally go to the parliament or go to the wherever they're trying to protest at. Why can't you come where your cars are impounded and start creating destruction there? Because those are the people that are impounding your cars. Yeah. We don't have control over it.
Now, how do you? Why do you think people do that instead of going to?
Totally, I do not understand.
I don't understand it.
Like,
I'd like to understand. Like, if you're a taxi driver and you're watching this, or you know a taxi driver, tell them to watch this and ask them that question: why do we have to get hurt instead of you going to the person who you think wronged you and complaining by them and burning their shit up? Why do I have to be afraid? But the fight is not against me, right?
Totally.
People walk from Cape Town, dude.
I know.
They walk from Cape Town to Makaza.
And that is it's not even quite, it's a big
dude distance.
You imagine, how did this person survive on the road?
How do you walk from Cape Town to Makaza?
It happened. And meanwhile, people walk from Vasco to wherever they were going. Literally, we struggled in the strike. All of us, we suffered in the strike. What did we do? Nothing. Did we impound anybody's vehicles? No, we didn't. So why are we being affected by it?
Why are we being attacked?
Uber drivers got hurt in this situation, and it was sad.
People got killed, man.
It was very sad.
It was. Like, it got to the point where this whole thing was happening and it freaking consumed me as an entire spirit. Like, this thing consumed me, dude. I would think that I was focused on doing my own thing, and it turned out that I wasn't. Right? Because this entire thing consumed me. I was more focused on the strike than being focused on what is my mission. And that's actually one of the other reasons. Say out your banana face.
Hi, banana face! This is my cutie dog. My lovely cutie dog.
How do you get to the point of, hey man, this thing doesn't affect me. I'm gonna keep on going and do whatever that I want to do, right? Regardless of what's happening. And I'm gonna figure out ways to keep in my game, right? And one of the things that hit me with this was one thing that Grant Cardone said about moments like these, where one has to actually really take a deeper dive into what they're doing, what they want to do for the rest of their lives, surviving to the best of their ability. Because for sure, in every situation, you're just going to find people that contract and other people are going to want to expand. And that's exactly that was happening in Cola Box. People, the dispatch manager was contracting all the way. He didn't want to go to Atlantis.
What do you mean by contracting?
To contract, it's like to just like pull back because of what's going on. Right? To pull back from every situation because of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were aiming at something and then boom, you got hit. Now you don't want to get hit again. You like, right?
For example, like when you were a child, right?
Yeah.
You told, don't touch that stove because it's hot.
It's hot, yeah.
You're going to burn. When you touch it, you never want to go back to that
Exactly.
stove. So that's exactly what he means.
Exactly. So at that point, I was like, okay, we have a smashed up truck. Shit is crazy. Yes, it is crazy. Does that mean I have to stop doing what I am supposed to do on a daily basis, though? Does that mean I have to succumb to me to like give into this thing and be like, okay,
I'll stay at home.
I'll stay at home. I'm not gonna do anything about this. It has nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you gonna be like, I'm gonna figure some shit out. Do I have to call the boss right now and say, hey man, can I sleep at the freaking company? People slept. There's a bakery nearby us.
Mm-hmm.
Men and women of the Xhosa culture told their bosses, we're gonna sleep here for the entire week. And that's expansion, dude. This is what I'm talking about right now. Like, to do whatever it takes to actually expand into survival. Right? Like, with me, I was like, we are definitely hitting the road. We are going to deliver to the customers. Even though...
That is actually taking risk.
It is taking risk. And that's like somewhat to a high degree, you are required to do that to get to the next place. And that's all I was thinking about. I need to get to that next place. I need to get to that other level. Or let me not get disturbed by what's happening, even though I know what's happening. But let me just, boom, do the thing.
But it's very hectic, bro.
It's tough.
It was the only best solution that I have when such destruction happened in this universe. I hardly watch the news because they spread more bad news. They spread
a whole lot of bad news.
And the more you see the things that are happening, the more you become in fear.
You get sucked into it. Yeah, exactly what was happening to me.
Definitely get sucked into it.
You get sucked into it.
Another thing that I normally do is actually to find out how can I control the situation. How can I make things better?
Right.
For me and for everybody around me.
Mm-hmm.
So I will try and dig deeper, like, what is the cause of the strike? What is really happening? Like, investigate, like, things, understand
what's going on,
the subject that is around the destruction, in order for you to understand it. Yeah, most people in the locations, what they did was to take advantage of the strike, and they started looting,
burning the street, vandalizing people's vehicles.
Exactly. And the areas, here's the weirdest shit that I don't understand. The areas that they creating this destruction is the areas they live in.
It's so crazy, dude.
Is there any traffic department in your area? No. Do they see what's happening?
No, you don't.
People are going to take videos and these things are going to be posted and it's going to go viral, and then the people, the leaders are going to view what's happening and try to stop it.
Yeah.
But they took a whole week. make a decision.
What do you think about the leadership point of view into handling this entire thing from get-go to finish? Because there was no taxis for 1 week, and then all of a sudden, boom, taxis. And there's bodies. You're like, there's people dead. You took the taxis away. And now all of a sudden, the thing that was causing the trouble and caused more people to die is suddenly back on the streets. It doesn't make sense.
It's very weird, bruh. It's very weird. Our
it doesn't
leadership
make sense.
is very... I'm not going to be brutal, but I'm going to share my thoughts about it.
Yeah.
They're very lazy.
Too lazy.
Like, to have them to get a wake-up call, 50,000 people need to die. And then they're like, okay, it's happening.
Yeah.
And why can't you stop it instantly when it starts?
Yeah.
Why do you need so much time to think and make a decision?
Exactly.
7 days, bruh. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. But it happens.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that we do not have control over, like I said in the beginning.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we can only talk about it and try to resolve it amongst us.
Yeah.
But if we stand together on those things, if we combine each other and speak about such out there, it has to stop.
It has to stop. Yeah.
We really need to stop destroying our own lives. Stop destroying our own neighborhoods. Stop destroying everything that is around us, which we built together and we worked hard for it.
Yeah.
We need to start being together at this. If protest needs to happen. Yeah, I understand other situations, they're very weird.
Yeah.
I don't understand them till this day. If we need to strike to get attention, let's go to the area that we want the attention
It's causing
from.
us the pain, yeah.
Don't mess up your own neighborhood. Don't start robbing people. Don't start, like it's destruction, but
it's going crazy.
It's really getting people into apathy
this
about
country.
The whole country. Where are we driving ourselves to be at? How do you want to see our futures or the futures of our own children that we're building? Because these are businesses, right?
Yeah.
All businesses suffered as well.
They suffered. People, you suffered. You definitely suffered. Because you weren't making any money. Because your boss said if you don't work, you don't get paid.
Totally.
So, I mean, dude, we need either the government needs to just step up and stop being lazy and then finding a better way to handle situations and be decisive. Keyword, decisive.
What does decisive mean?
To actually be making the freaking decisions. And stick with the decision. Don't change decisions. Like, you actually give me a piece of information and you say to me that is true, and then all of a sudden you come with another piece of information and you say this is true, but they contradict each other. Like, now you're gonna confuse me. Like, okay, I'm dealing with a nutcase over here. I need to back out. This is a nutcase that I'm dealing with right now. I need to step up, right? So we need people that then make real decisions and stick by them, dude. And just to rule us, even as a country, right? For stuff like these to end, we need some decisive people. We need actual rulers, right? But either way, with this thing happening, then in my case, I'm just keep on focusing on whatever you were focusing on before the entire event happened. If you can't take a taxi anymore, figure out another way you can get to work, dude. Whatever it takes.
Another friend of mine said to me, you know what, in such a situation, you just ignore it and continue to flourish and prosper. That's it.
Exactly that.
Because this, I really don't understand.
It took a lot of people out of their own game.
I was really hurt about what was happening out there. The only thing that I kept on doing was praying for my parents to be safe. Praying for my kids, my siblings to be safe. I wanted everybody to be safe.
They even took kids out of school.
I know. The weirdest shit. What does the educational system have to do with impounding cars? God. It doesn't make sense.
It didn't.
But eventually, they got what they wanted.
Which is a taxes. And when they were back, it's like they never left. back to normal procedure.
I had an argument with one of them. On a Saturday morning, I'm going to work, and this guy is taking his sweetest time on the road. I'm like, dude, are we moving or are we standing? What did I pay you for?
And bear in mind,
he's upset and telling me that, listen here, I'm trying to do my job. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get to my work to be actually getting done with mine. How about that? Think with it.
They don't even think with that. They're just thinking about.
They just wanted to stand and pick up a lot of people and try to cover up the whole week that they didn't. I literally had a fight with that guy. Everybody was in agreement with me. Like, how is your problem my problem? I paid you to take me to my destination, and now you're taking your sweetest time to
getting
get me
to the destination.
I mean,
and if everyone knows Fort Trekker Road, oh, dude, going from Bellville to Cape Town is a story.
Okay.
Yo.
And then they take their sweetest time to
it's
arrive.
It's a story, my guy.
Thank you.
It's a freaking story. I have to rethink me going to Cape Town every time I have to go to Cape Town, because if I'm taking a taxi, it's gonna be a long story.
So guys, would like to hear from you, like, what was your take on the strike?
Yeah.
Make us understand what really happened, because to this day,
I still
don't understand. Like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
As F. I still don't get it. I still don't understand. Try to share your thoughts and share your views about it.
Yeah. What do you think about the entire thing? How did it affect you? How did you move on from the thing, continue to expand, or did you even contract? What were you feeling in your freaking contracting? You're like, oh my God, right? What were you feeling? I want to know that, right? Because I get to learn from a lot of you as well. How do you handle it? Like, I don't know, freaking hell, I don't know 100% of this stuff, probably 90, that I think I know about, right? So I want to know how you handled it. I want to know a lot of shit about just that situation.
Totally. So the question here is, how do you handle dangerous environments?
Like that.
And survive through that and actually expand in it.
Exactly.
Like, share your thoughts, share your views, and let us know what you think about what the current events that were happening on the road. What do you think about that, and how did it affect your life, and how do you handle dangerous environment? Before we end, I would like to say again, thank you so much for everybody that subscribed on our channel. Please tell your friends, your families, press that button and actually subscribe
to the channel.
And
like, share,
comment. Do whatever,
like,
bruh. Your support is really highly appreciated by us. Definitely. And we would like to actually grow this channel to become huge, and we are going to do wonders.
Exactly. It's going to be big. Trust me on that one. Currently we're on 95. We just need 5 more subscribers till 100. We're not on that target though. We are on 500 as a target. Yes. 500 subscribers as a target. So please,
let's educate each other.
Yeah.
Tell everybody that is not subscribed, has not subscribed yet on the channel, to definitely subscribe on it, because we are going to be learning from each other. Peace.
Peace out. Do the most and always flourish and prosper.